Look dog, I don't want to start this video coming for anybody, but you Chainsaw Man manga readers are the absolute worst community when it comes to spoilers. You niggas is somehow worse than the JJK community in terms of spoiling shit. I didn't even think that was possible. But I still love you. But f you. Anyway, Chainsaw Man has been like one of the most anticipated series to finally get an anime adaptation, and about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, it finally happened. And with the new movie coming out soon, question mark, I want to look back at what this entire experience was like from the perspective of an anime only viewer, aka me, yours truly. I read the manga. I had heard of this series like years before it got animated, but it was one of those manga where you just know it's gonna get an anime, right? So I was like, f it, I'ma wait. So boom, the first episode drops and I'm there, frame one, ready to see just what the hype is all about. I know certain manga readers got opinions on how the anime looks visually in comparison to the manga's very unique art style, but look, me personally, I thought the shit looked cool. And certain manga fans that will never truly accept any adaptation for their favorite series, you feel me? It just is what it is. But episode 1 drops and it immediately gives me a feeling I was not expecting at all from a series I had never seen. Nostalgia. Something about the way this series felt to watch reminded me of what it felt like to experience anime for the first time. I grew up with the early 2000s / early 2010s era of anime, right? And something about this just hit in that same way. Maybe part of it is because of how wacky and insane the show's premise is. Like over the years, you kind of get used to anime being weird as f, and a lot of aspects of certain series stop surprising you the same way they did when you first started watching. I guess that really applies to like anything actually, but Chainsaw Man felt like something that was truly different, which isn't to say I haven't enjoyed any of the other new stuff that's come out either. There's definitely a lot of fire shit dropping. I felt a similar way reading Dandadan for the first time too, not gonna lie, but I read that before I watched Chainsaw Man, so I was like immediately sold. And this shit is finally getting animated, dog. I am so ready. Dandadan is to Chainsaw Man what Dick Grayson is to Bruce Wayne, you feel me? So of course I was gonna like Chainsaw Man too. Chainsaw Man's premise is very simple yet still wacky as f. Devil hunters are fighting devils, and the gun devil is the really bad devil we gotta build our way up to defeating. Also, this got a chainsaw on his head. Also, this opening is absolute peak, dog. Oh my goodness. The song is a 10 out of 10. The visuals are a 10 out of 10. It's just perfect. People the movie references in this shit too, dog. A lot of openings are like previews of what's to come in the season, but they said f you with Chainsaw Man and opted to just animate a whole bunch of fire ass shit. And they had a new ending theme for every single episode. It's no way this has ever been done before, dog. Who is paying for this? This shit is absolute heat though. My first impressions of Denji were all of the memes, and the way he actually carries himself in this series is not that far off, which is funny. I really fuck with characters that wear eye patches too, so I already thought the nigga looked cool too. Granted, he never wears it again after the first episode. Hey, but Himeno got one on too, so we lit. Speaking of which, another thing about this series I really f with is its characters. Honestly, bruh, you can have a shit story, shit world building, shit dialogue, all of the above, but as long as your story has fire characters, I don't give a flying f about anything else. Aki joins the long line of Sasuke clones in shonen. Is this show even a shonen for real? Look, I don't know, dog. The genres be on blurry lines sometimes. Bars. Also, let me not disrespect Hiei like that. My bad. Aki joins the long line of Hiei clones. My fault. But he got this fire ass sword that looks like a big f***ing needle. His chosen weapon is a giant syringe, and I can't lie, it look cool as shit. I love when swords look a little weird, you feel me? Most of the characters in the main cast were the same suits because they're all devil hunters, which means the mangaka had to find different ways to personalize each character, whether it be how they wear their suits, headgear, added on layers, etc. You see the same effect implemented in a lot of school-based shows too, because they all have the same uniforms on and whatnot. But Aki's pretty cool, you feel me? He got the little studs in his ears, and his actual powers are so fire too. Just like his fellow Sasuke clone Megumi in JJK, he summons a big ass fox on some Kurama shit until the fox dies, and he gets a new devil contract with the future devil, who's like a furry tree. thing. His sword is really like the coolest part about him though, low-key. This giant nail is like super cracked and he's allowed to use it 3 times at the cost of some of his lifespan. Also, our first impression of this man is him beating the ever-loving out of Denji. But then there's Kobeni, who's nervous as and really only became a devil hunter because it was her last option in life. Unlike Denji though, the memes based around Kobeni were the most off-base first impressions I've ever bore witness to. Tell me why I actually thought she was going to have the slurpy, sucky, sloppy, toppy devil powers, dog. Her actual devil contract is completely unrelated. Actually, I don't even remember if we see what her shit is at all. Also, people on the internet really did not f with her at first, but I feel like the way she acted makes a lot of sense for who this character is, right? Like somebody who already doesn't want to be in this line of work is now stuck in a life or death situation with some of the most unhinged motherfuckers on the planet. And this guy. Also, we do get to see her turn the up at the end of the season, and oh my goodness, she was on gold. Spider Sense was on 1,000, sliced the arm off and then put 2 hollows in him. She was not moving like this at the beginning of the season. Then there's Kishibe, who's basically the mentor master type beat, and he puts Denji in power through the ringer, dog. Oh my goodness. He got a famous panel that's also been spoiled for me too, but he cool people. We just don't get a whole lot of his personality in the first season. Very strong Levi vibes though. Then there's Himeno, who has an absolutely fire design. Come on, dog. Peep the eye patch. She get messy as hell when she f***ed up though. Shit is crazy, dog.
Moo like cows.
She made a contract with the Ghost Devil, which is this creepy creature with sewed eyes and a garden on her neck. Then there's my GOAT, the greatest part of this entire series so far. Power! Power is something known as a fiend. Kind of like some of you niggas, huh? But basically, she herself is a devil who's taken over the corpse of a human. Kind of like the opposite of Denji, who's a human who fused with a devil. Her power is basically manipulation of blood on some Dead Man Wonderland bloodbending shit. She's making all types of weapons out of her blood, dog. I'm talking death sights, no maka, big ass Looney Tunes, Harley Quinn sized mallets, twin blades, etc, etc. She starts off not giving a flying f about anyone on this planet except her cat, who is a real ass. She don't play about her cat, dog. She ready to risk it all for her cat. In fact, she does risk it all for her cat, who is named Meowie, by the way. Shout out Meowie. You feel me? Shout out Meowie. You dig? But she's an unruly, greedy, nasty, apathetic person who got no love for humans. She for sure don't shower. She leaves her stinky doodle feces in the toilet, flings her food around, a bunch of other weird, nasty shit. This gotta be like top 5 worst roommates to have, dog. So you're probably wondering like,
next, why the f is this your goal if she moving like this?
I mean, first of all, she's easily the most interesting character in this entire cast so far. Like, it is honestly not a competition. Respectfully, her power is cool as shit. She looks the coolest, and also you can kind of understand why she would dislike humans given the world they live in. Plus, by the end of the season, her and Denji are bros. Also, P-Power Fit is the most different from the rest of the main cast because she's the most rebellious and unruly out of all of them. She really just a lovable skater. Then of course, there's Makima. Before the anime came out, Makima was the biggest character I literally could not avoid. She's hella shrouded in mystery, but from what we've seen so far in the first season alone, she's a manipulative, controlling person who comes off as creepy as Frame 1 of the whole series, she looks at Denji and says, "Be my dog right now or die. Choose one, nigga." And I don't mean like dog as in like you my dog. I mean dog as in like leash, but not like in a like a fun way. You feel me? Like in like a oh, I'm in danger way. You feel me? Like my humanity is being stripped from me as we speak type of way. You feel me? She's like one of the top people in the Devil Hunters Association, so she carries a lot of power in her position. But dude, she is strange. She literally slides on some mob boss niggas and pulls out a bag full of eyeballs that belong to their loved ones. How the hell are you one-upping niggas with mob ties like this? She also gets shot dead in the head on a train and walks out with 4 more bodies added to her presumably long list of people she's put on a t-shirt. Then the one time we actually see her use her ability, it's the most random broken shit ever, bruh. Other devil hunters aren't even allowed to look at it. She's sniping niggas from across the map just by pressing her hands together. What the f is happening? But yeah, these motherfuckers on the Bird app literally cannot help but spoil the ever-loving out of this series. So I done seen some wild shit that happens with her too. I just realized I ain't even talk about the main character of the entire series, bruh. I am tripping. Denji's this young nigga who really is the epitome of poverty. He's here selling his organs to pay off an unfathomably large debt that his parents left behind. That is until the same people he owes money to turn on him and murder him and stuff him in a dumpster. Crazy. Imagine if the whole series ended right there and this was actually just a one-shot the whole time and we were just imagining a 200 chapter series about a nigga with a chainsaw on his head. Nah, but then his best friend Devil Dog Pochita fuses with him and the legend is born. He's painfully down bad for Makima, which is really tragic because there's most definitely something off with her, but he's never known anything in this life and she just gave him free housing, free meals, free everything really. There's a whole bunch of other characters we meet at the end of the season too, but like we just met them niggas, so I literally have nothing to say about them. I seen people shipping Aki with the Angel Devil, which is neat, but other than that, we don't get shit else about them yet. I assume yet. Imagine they just don't come back ever again, bro. They just showed up at the end of the season to look cool and then like dip out. The Angel Devil does look cool though. Something about like angel wings in general. Look, I'm a sucker for simple cool shit, bro. I just like cool shit, bro. That's just me. I need a tissue, bro. My shit nasally as hell. The power system is pretty interesting too, with humans having to make contracts with devils at the exchange of something such as your eye or like a percentage of your lifespan, equivalent exchange and whatnot. Also, peep the Fully Cooley reference at the end of the season 2 with the sig that reads Easy Revenge. Literally frame one of me seeing that shit. I thought about the Never Knows Best sig from Fully Cooley. I literally have that frame like somewhere on my wall off screen. It's literally right there. You can't see it. Just take my word for it. It's right there. But so far, Chainsaw Man has been pretty awesome from the perspective of an anime only viewer. You can definitely tell that this first season is really just set up for all the actual insane shit that's gonna happen later, kind of like My Hero's first season. It's just enough to keep you interested and they make it clear there's more stuff coming. There's a certain side of the Chainsaw Man community online that is just absolutely unhinged though. Do you remember when the first season was airing and people on the Bird app would literally post entire lists of every single character who's going to die and how they die for fun? Nah, that really pissed me the f off, dog. Some of y'all niggas suck. Like, to some extent, my entire perception of the series is framed around the spoilers I've already seen, and that's most definitely gonna change how I view what's to come, you feel me? I feel a very, very similar way about Jujutsu Kaisen right now too, bruh. It's really spoilers galore here, but I care enough to keep watching, so I am really excited for this movie that's coming out too, whenever that happens. Looks like somebody named Reze is about to fuck up Denji's life, but we gonna see. And until then, shout out Chainsaw Man and shout out you.
I can't feel my face right now, I'm burning up. I got this feeling that I won't come down, like got this feeling that I won't come down, like got this feeling that I won't come down, like I can't feel my